Hi everyone, I would just apologise now for my coughing and stuff like that. I still can't get rid of this cold. I've had it for ages, but my poor mum, she's had it a lot longer than me and Dad, and it's just, the sniffling's gone, but we just cannot get rid of the cough. I know I haven't been about for a while, so I'm just checking my notes. But unfortunately I had to go back into hospital just for a very short stay, as I got out the car, I can't remember what week it is now, I lost track, but I got out the car, whatever week it was, I got out the car on Tuesday, and just all of a sudden sort of said, oh my God, to Mum, I can't put any weight on my right leg. So Mum said, oh, just keep it up, rest it for sort of 24 hours, and it, you know, we were hoping it was going to be alright. But as that week went on, it got worse and worse, and my calf muscle went rock hard. And she took me to Salisbury A&E early hours of Friday morning of that week, and they found out that my blood, because I'm on warfarin, and with your blood you have certain levels, and like, if you're not on warfarin, a normal level is like 1.5 to 1.8. But because of I've got blood clots and stuff like that, because of that, I need to keep my INR range, that's what they call it, INR, I don't know what it stands for, to between 2.5 and 3. Well, mine went to 10, which basically means my blood was like water. So yeah, the infection and my blood being thin, you can imagine I was very poorly, and very lucky that we went as quick as we did, because they said if I waited any longer there was a high risk of me either not walking very well again, or the worst, maybe losing my legs, because I had the infection, but first of all they thought, I can't remember what it's called, I want to call like it compartment syndrome or something like that, but I don't think that's the right term. So because at first they thought it might be this thing that where you get this pain and your leg will, or wherever it is, will just deteriorate, you lose part of that limb or whatever. So I was pretty lucky. So it's been a very traumatic time. I was only in for a very short period of time, loads of heavy antibiotics, which I only finished a couple of days ago, so I'm still really tired. I'm having to rest a lot. They said it's going to take quite a while for me to get back to whatever level. I suppose because I've been so run down for a while, and this has just made me even worse, it's going to take a while. So I'm just pacing myself, just, you know, resting. Thankfully I've got my crafts that I like doing, so that helps pass the time. I've got a couple of good friends who have been phoning and texting and stuff like that. I also want to say thank you to everybody on YouTube and Facebook who have left me get well messages and stuff. It's meant a lot, so thank you. So I'm going to stop on that subject, because I don't want to bore you all with my health. Sorry, I've got my notes here. So I've mentioned my leg, I've mentioned about the cold, excuse me, yes, so hopefully on a nicer note, the end of April with the May bank holiday, which is actually the 1st of May this time, the beginning one, oh, my friend just drives me nuts, we are doing our Back to Downton Jews Club, card club thing that we do every year, and this year we have a committee and stuff, and Mum and I were sort of chatting, and I said I'd really like to do a stall to raise more awareness of narcolepsy and cataplexy, so I'm going to be raising some money for that charity. So I'm busy making shawls. I've got some other items that people have given us, or we've collected up, you know, like toiletries and stuff like that. So I'm going to be making some shawls and hopefully sell that and make some money for that, because most people, like I found when I've been in hospital, a lot of nurses will know about narcolepsy. Some don't even know about narcolepsy, and very few people know about cataplexy. So I sort of want to help get more awareness for that, especially it sounds bad when I say it, because I've got cataplexy myself and mine is several degrees on. There's so many forms of cataplexy and stuff, and it gets draining and stuff. Mine, unfortunately, from what they know at the moment, it definitely can't be cured. Medications they're kind of looking into, but because of my heart problem it makes it more tricky. So yeah, I want to raise money to get more awareness for that. So I'm busy making some shawls, and so yeah, future crochet plans are, excuse me, excuse me, oh pardon me, I apologise, excuse me, very rudy. So my future plans are to make some more shawls for this stall and make a start on a scrap blanket using Stylecraft DK yarn, because I've got a bag full of that. So those are my up and coming plans. Tapestry still hasn't been touched. I think that might happen when the weather's a bit better and I can concentrate more, because it's so fiddly I just can't think. So I thought I will show you my finished project. So I finished a virus shawl. This is the third one I've ever done and I like it. Mine seemed to come out quite small. I think I got quite a tight tension, but then I will do some in the future in different yarns, so the sizes will vary, because obviously I don't want to do everything as one size. So this is nice, it fits me, and I know you can't really put a size on it, but I'm like, my top half is probably, it depends where I shop, but normally it's like a size, I'm quite broad, so sometimes I go up to like a size 16 in clothes, and it wraps around me nicely. If you're a more cuddly person, then you can wear it up the front and like do one of those neckerchief scarf things. So this was done in, I was going to say James C. Brett, but it's not at all. It's Stylecraft Cabaret and it's in Purple Haze. It's got some lovely greys, pinkies and stuff, really pretty. So I hope to sell that at the end of April. So I want to try and get at least another 2 shawls done before then. So that's that shawl. And then I finished off the James C. Brett scrap blanket for the Dogs Trust or Cats Protection, whoever I end up dropping the stuff off to. So a little scrap blanket. And what else? Oops, come here. I've got I use this bag to put my finished projects in so I can show you, so they're all in one place. I think a little while back I showed you a berry I did with some more James C. Brett yarn, so I managed to do another one. And then I did a puff stitch beanie, and this is probably a year's size, so I've done a couple of children's hats. So those are my completed items, and I will just bend down here and get my bag. So I got 2 balls of this which I've shown before, so I'm using up stuff in my stash, and it's James C. Brett Marble Chunky, which is one of my fave yarns, and it's colour MC7, so I've got 2 balls of that, and oops, come here, trying to find it. So I plan to, with those, to do a granny stitch. Oh, my fringe is driving me bonkers, but I can't go to the hairdresser at the moment because I've got no money to do it. So I might have to get Mum to trim my fringe on Sunday. It's driving me bonkers. If I do it, it'd just be like all over the place. Yeah, so back to that. So I've got those 2 balls of wool, and I plan to do a granny shawl. So you know, like the granny cluster when you go back and forth and do a blanket, or the granny squares. But I'm going to do, it's called the half granny square, can't can't remember where I found it, probably found it on Pinterest or something. Yeah, it's just called the Half Granny Square to make a shawl. So yeah, I plan to do that with that because I thought that'd be nice, the colours in there. And I also have another pattern in here somewhere that I got off, oh no, it might be in my other folder. Yeah, I found another shawl pattern that I want to do with some Aran yarn. So, I don't think it's in this one, sorry. Just have a look. Because if I have, I can share it. I found it on Ravelry. I can never say that word right, so I apologise and hope you all know what I mean. I can't get my words out. I don't think it's in this folder. I've got two folders that I keep my patterns in, and I think it might be in my new one. Yeah, it must be in my new one. So when I do find that pattern and start on that, obviously I will share that with you. Yeah, so I plan to make a start on that shawl tonight because that's mainly when I do my crochet in the evening. I'm just going to move that because I know I'm going to knock it on the floor. And I think I mentioned a while back that I got the Crochet Bible notebook from Stationery Geek, and I've slowly, if I can, been writing down things I've made, so like the hat and the size and stuff like that. So I've got notes I can look back on and see how it worked, or if I want to tweak it. So I'm loving that. It's really handy. So if you're new to crochet, I would say you don't have to get that book. I just got it because it was I really liked it when Bob Wilson shared it. I think Bob Wilson 123, she got one a while back. She's got the A4 size, and I thought it was really good. So if you're new to crochet and you've got been doing crochet for years and you've got bits of paper everywhere, I would highly recommend getting a book and having it in one place. I find it's really helped. So I don't think I've got much more to say. It's just a short video. I hope to do a video next week somewhere showing the progress on that or anything else that comes up. I'm still on my yarn, or shall I say craft ban, because things have just gone a bit to pot on bills and stuff and things, so I'm really going to have to just use up my stash. So, but as soon as, sorry, I must be a pain forever fiddling with my fringe. I've washed it and it's just all fluffy and stuff, and I didn't put any hairspray on. Normally I put a bit of hairspray on to hold my fringe back, but I didn't today. Yeah, so no more yarn until I've used up that stash, but I do, fingers crossed in allowing, if things improve, I've noticed Jan Carruthers that she's been buying, I'm trying to think, ice yarns have now started doing they're called ice cakes, so like their version of the Karen cakes, which I now know are slowly coming into the UK, so woohoo. But they're like 10, I think one site, can't remember which site it was now, might be Wool Warehouse. I think they're going to be selling theirs for £9.99, so £10 a ball. It's a little bit steep considering there's not like loads on there. It's not like a 200-gram ball or something like that, or a 400-gram ball. So their Wool Warehouse is selling them for £9.99. I think Yarn Barn, the Yarn Barn it might be, I think theirs are £6.99, so £7. So still quite a bit, but I think when Jan got hers, her version from Ice Yarns, I think she said they were £6.50, so it's a little, it's, you know, a bit of a difference. So, and I've been wanting an order from Ice Yarn for absolutely ages, so I think as soon as money allows and things are a bit better on that front, I'm going to treat myself to an order from Ice Yarn, because I keep seeing all these lovely yarns, so I want to give that a go. So I'm definitely going to say bye-bye now, otherwise I'm just rabbiting on about nothing, and I'm sure you've got other things to do. So take care, see you all soon, bye!